Hey guys, this is Aaron coming at you today with a Blue Eyes White Dragon deck profile for February 2021. Decided to update this deck profile since the Legendary Duelist Season 2 came out and a couple of the support cards came out, and I finally got the my mail call in and I was finally able to complete my main deck. So keep in mind this is more of a casual competitive build. I'm not here to win any MLGs, I'm just here to have fun. I keep that in mind before I get to the deck profile. And these are a couple of the fun cards I use. So let's take these out for now and I'll show you the main deck. The first three cards I use is pretty obvious. 3 Blue Eyes White Dragon. Again, this is the main monster of the deck. 2003 Collector's Tin reprints. Still pretty nice, pretty old school reprints. Sometimes some people run 2, so it breaks a little bit less, but I'm running more of a casual competitive-ish, kind of fun-ish build, so I just run 3. I like it at 3. I have 2 more level 8s, 2 Blue Eyes Alternative. Again, some people run 3, they say they need that at 3. I feel like I only need 2 because I don't want to see too many of these in my hand. Because you can only special summon Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon from your hand once. So if you have 2 or 3 of these in your hand, they don't really do anything in your hand. So that's why I like to just keep it at 2. Again, there's more, we run slightly more level 8, so there's a trade-ins. There's those options you can dump some of these cards in to draw 2 more cards. But if you don't have trade-ins, it kind of sucks if you have too many level 8s in your hand. So I only run 2. Good effect though, I like its effect. Gets you to remove a card on the field, which is nice when you summon it. The last Blue Eyes Dragon card I run is the Dragon Spirit of White. I have a second one in the side deck, but I only run one of these because I feel like, again, if you draw into multiple of these, if you draw into 3 Blue Eyes and then like 2 of these, like you can't, your hand's pretty dead. So I thought about running it at 2 of. If you run against more of a trap kind of spell heavy deck, you can probably try to run 2. In my opinion, I would probably run another Twin Twister or MST over a 2 Dragon Spirit of White because it gets pretty cloggy. That's only have it 1. I tried running the new Blue Eyes White Dragon card, the Blue Eyes Abyss or Blue Eyes Deep Dragon on the EDO Pro, YGO Pro. It's okay. That helps you search out polymerization, so you can fusion summon to do Blue Eyes Ultimate, which is really fun. I'd say that's more for a fun build. Because if you have this and then you have Blue Eyes Abyss Dragon again in your hand, if you have 2 many of these in your hand, they don't really do much. That's why the new one, I think it's just okay, Blue Eyes Abyss. So I like running 1 Dragon Spirit of White. So I have 1 Chaos Dragon Levineer. This guy's pretty good. It's a nice extender card when you special summon it. I have a second one in my binder, but I don't want to run 2 because I feel like 2 is it banishes too many monsters from your graveyard. So only run 1. This can help you summon another level 8 light dragon monster from your graveyard when you special summon it, so you can bring it into XC plays or Link plays or whatever. It's pretty nice. I like the art on it too. It's really nice as the premium rare, premium super rare or whatever you call it. 1 Nebula Dragon. Again, if you special summon this card, you can special summon another level 8 dragon from your hand. So this one's special. You can special summon a level 8 dragon from your graveyard, and then this one you can special summon a level 8 dragon from your hand. So these 2 work pretty well together. They can go into XC plays pretty nice. So some people run 2. I just like it. I like it to run it at 1 of because I have other things that I'm playing. So 1 is fine for me. It's pretty nice extender. Gizmek Orochi. I run this instead of Blue Eyes of Deep or Blue Eyes Abyss because you can special summon it on your opponent's turn and your turn, and you can chain it. It's a quick effect, so it's kind of like a trap card. So you can, if you don't like this card, because the only downside to this card, again, it banishes cards from your deck when you summon it. So that's a little bit of a downside. But I like it because you can summon it on either player's turn, and then you can use it for XC plays. So I just use it, run it as 1 of. If you don't like this, you can try to, if you want to run other cards for fun, you can run like Boars or something, or you can run the Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragons to help you summon more dragons from your grave. But I like this one. It's pretty nice to me. I like it for fun. The last kind of high level dragon I run is level 6 Hieratic Dragon Teftonite. I have 2 of these run out. I'm only running 1 because I'm trying to make space to run some other extra cards that I have in the deck. So the main reason I run this is kind of like a level 6 Cyber Dragon. Cyber Dragon is level 5, this is level 6. So I use this and I combo it into maybe a Sage of Wise of Blue, or I combo it into one of the Whitestone of Ancients, or Whitestone Dragon, the little egg cards. So those are level 1 tuners. This is level 6, and you can Secret Summon into level 7 Black Rose Dragon or a Moonlight Dragon. I'll show you later. But it really helps with the combos. I mean, more can help you run more plays rather than just running level 8s. You have some other options that you can do extra deck. It's pretty nice. I like Tiffany. If you don't like it, you can take it out. I like Tiffany, so because you can run into level 7 synchros. Onto your level 1s, I have 3 Sage of Eyes of Blue. Again, I don't understand why the Shining Victories level first edition one is like still $10 to $11 when this is like $2, or the reprint is $2, but I have 3 of them. I realize 3 is pretty good. Sometimes I run 2. I'm always constantly moving 3 ofs and 2 ofs out of the way, moving in and out. I'm always testing it on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, but I like it as 3 of because you can target Maiden with the Sage of Eyes of Blue. This is a pretty common combo because if you target Maiden summons a Blue Eyes, and then after this guy targets, it summons a second Blue Eyes. So you can summon 2 Blue Eyes in the same turn without Monster Reborn, so it's pretty nice. I run it as 3 of right now, and then I run a 1 Maiden for fun. People used to run this at 3. I feel like it's way too slow at 3, 2 or 3. So I just have it on 1 for fun. I like the artwork. It looks nice. It's a Blue Eyes card, so it's nice. Combos, again, very well with Sage with Eyes of Blue. That's why I used her at 1. Also came from the structure deck, so it's nice. I have 3 of the Dragon Tuners. I don't run... My ratios are smaller than other people's ratios, the Dragon Tuners. So I have 2 Whitestone of Ancients and 1 Whitestone of Legend. Again, some people run 3 Whitestone of Ancients because they want to bring out their Blue Eyes Alternative Dragon from the grave more often. I feel like if I draw into too many of these little weenie level 1 tuner cards, if I draw too many of these in my hand, it becomes kind of dead, and I can only use it for defense because its attack is not high at all. So the main plays I like to do is XC rank 8 XC plays, or just summoning Blue Eyes and attacking. Because if you have too many of these, it doesn't do much. That's why I only use it as 2. I like Whitestone of Legends effect a little bit more because it's simpler for me. This is more of an older card. I like when you dump it, you just put a Blue Eyes White Dragon in your hand. Very convenient. But I know this one is slightly more useful if you have more effect Blue Eyes cards in the graveyard. So there's that. I believe the last 2 monsters I have is Too Honest. I used to run it at 3. I really like using Blue Eyes White Dragon the OG way, just straight up attacking your monster and just running over your opponent's monsters, doing a ton of damage. So I like Too Honest. I used to run 3 again, but I cut it down to 2 just to make space with some other stuff. So those are the last 2 monsters. Onto the spells. I believe I have 21 spells, 19 monsters, and 21 spells. So spell cards, I have 3 Melody of Awakening Dragons. So one of these just came in the mail, so that's why I'm updating the deck today for February 1st, February 2nd, 2021. So this card really helps. I used to run it at 2, but I bumped it up to 3. Again, I'm always switching 3 ofs between 2 and 3 because I like to try other strategies. So this is like a Super Rota. You discard a card, you add 2 dragon monsters into your hand, so which is really, really helpful. Helps you summon Blue Eyes Alternative from your hand if you have a Blue Eyes in your hand, so it really helps. It's nice. So 3 trade-ins. If I have less level 8 monsters, I would probably run 2. If I have more level 3 dragon monsters, I would probably run 3. So 3 trade-ins is really popular for the Blue Eyes deck profile, but I feel like, again, you need more level 8s in your hand for this to be live. If you don't have as many level 8s, it doesn't do as much. It's not as effective. So less level 8s, run 2. More level 8s, run 3. 3 Monster Reborn Dragon cards. I have 3 Return of the Dragon Lords. Again, this card gets super bricky if you have multiple of these in your hand. Most of the time, you want a good setup. This card requires setup. That's why sometimes I run it at 2, sometimes I run it at 3. But I have 3 copies, so I run it at 3 for now. If you have multiple Blue Eyes in your graveyard, or if you are able to dump one of these into the graveyard, you can protect your Blue Eyes on the field from getting destroyed. So you can banish and protect Blue Eyes. So like 3 is nice. Sometimes I run it at 2. If you don't like it at 3 because it's too cloggy, you can take one of them out. Sometimes I just take one out again. Again, 3 copies of Return of Dragon Lords. I'm always switching between 2 or 3. 3 trade-ins, depending on how many level 8s I'm using. May run 2 or 3, and then 3 Melody of Awakening Dragons. Again, depends on how many big dragon monsters I'm using. Maybe 2 or 3. Yep, always switching the ratios between these 3 cards. Dragon Shrine, I have 1, and then 1 Foolish Burial, 1 and 1. So I used to run 3 Dragon Shrines. I feel like 3 is too many because you can only use it 1 at a turn. Again, it's kind of like drawing into multiple Blue Eyes. If you have too many, they don't really do anything. That's why I only have it at 1. Sometimes when I run Dragon Shrine at 2, I want to dump a couple more monsters, but Since this is only a once per turn kind of card, I just run it as one. Again, I have a second one in the side deck. I put it in a second one in for fun if I like. Cards of Continents. I'm not running as many small dragon tuners anymore, so I feel like sometimes this card doesn't do much. But I run it as one of, because if you do have a tuner in your hand, you can't really do much with it. You can just dump it and draw 2 cards. It's pretty nice. I feel like if I run 2 or 3 of, every time I run it as 2 or 3 of the bricks, it always bricks on me. Even if I have multiple dragon tuners in the deck, if I have 4 or 5 Whitestone of Ancients and the Whitestone of Legend, I feel like it still bricks. I don't know why. Every time I run it as multiples, it doesn't work for me. So I just have it at 1. I have a second one in the binder, but I only have 1. I'm using 1 in the deck. Next spell, 1 for 1, helps summon your level 1s, pretty obvious. Reasoning, some people kind of forget about this card. People just run this at 3 of. This used to be really good. I mean, it's still pretty good to help you catch up with tier 2 decks, since Blue Eyes isn't really tier 1 or tier 2, it's just more of a funnish deck nowadays. But Reasoning really helps you go into your XC plays if you're able to summon a level 8 or a level 6 or a level 4 or something like that. Yeah, again, it's a good extender. Even if it doesn't summon a monster for you, your cards end up getting all dumped to the graveyard. You can use it to monster reborn your cards from the grave. So I feel like this has been really good ever since 0405 Cookie Cutter Chaos has been around, and I feel like it's a bit underrated. People kind of overlook it. I think especially newer players, they never seen the card Reasoning before, and they don't really read into it. But I feel like it really helps. If you have never tried it, I would highly recommend Reasoning. It really helps with the summons and stuff. Card Destruction, again, if you have multiple Blue Eyes in your hand, just dump them all, draw more cards. Poly, pretty obvious. If you don't know what Poly does, I don't know what you're doing. Monster Reborn helps with extenders. Some people say Monster Reborn isn't that important anymore, but I feel like it's such an iconic card. It helps with more summons, XC plays again, or synchro plays, link plays. I feel it's pretty important. Again, some people cut it out. I like it though. Again, Silver's Cry is another Reborn card. I feel like we have enough Reborn cards already. Monster Reborn, and then the, what was it? I have 3 of these, Return of the Dragon Lords. I feel like Silver's Cry, if you don't have a normal monster in your graveyard, i.e. Blue Eyes, you can't do much with it. But again, I do know that you can chain it on your opponent's turn because it's a quick play, and then you can chain it on your turn if it's in your hand. So that's pretty useful. So I use it as a one of. Sometimes it's not as live as you think it might be, but I just use it as a one of. So monster removal, Raigeki. Sometimes I take some of the cards out, like Silver's Cry or one of the Melody Awakening dragons, and then I just put in a Dark Hole for fun. But I like Raigeki. I like the art's very OG. I like the super rare or the ultra. It's pretty nice. 2 Twin Twisters for backrow removal. If you're running against more monster heavy effect decks, you can take 2 of these out and just run something else like Ash Blossom or whatever. Onto the extra deck. Bunch of Blue Eyes cards. Here we go. Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, very iconic because it's Blue Eyes. And then, let's see. I got this pretty recently too, Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon. I'm glad they reprinted more of these in the Legendary Duelist 2, Season 2. So, a nice card. It helps you attack twice, and you need polymerization for this. Next one, I have a Blue Eyes Spirit Dragon. I'm glad they reprinted this. Price went down for this. That's why I'm grabbing a bunch of Blue Eyes cards the past couple of weeks. Really helps. Very iconic. Good memories. Very nostalgic. And it's pretty nice art. I feel like there's a lot of glare, like Ghost Rare style glare on my camera because of the light from the angle, my lamp light. It's kind of funny. It looks like a Ghost Rare, but it's not. Anyways, I just thought that looked kind of interesting. Anyways, 2 Azure Eyes Silver Dragon. I like this card. I really like it. These 2 are one of the main monsters I go into for my extra deck because I like summoning Blue Eyes to attack. Again, I'm OG. Michael, again, I use Tefnuit and one of Dragon Tuners to summon level 7s. I like level 7 synchros, especially the Dragon synchros. This is good spot removal. It helps you banish a card on the field once per turn, and then you can at the end phase you can dump a couple cards with this guy's effect. So Lightsworn cards are pretty good. Black Rose Moonlight Dragon, again, it was an awesome reprint. I'm so glad they reprinted this card. It was a bit pricey in the beginning, but now it's more affordable. Helps you disrupt your opponent plays. Every time your opponent summons a level 5 or higher monster, you can just bounce it back to their hand. Or when this is summoned, you can bounce one of your opponent's monsters back to the hand. Pretty nice. Black Rose Dragon to blow up the board. Pretty much CED, Dark Hole. And then level 5, sometimes I have a level 4 monster like an Honest, and then like a level 1 Sage of Tides of Blue or something like that. So sometimes I use this Armades when it attacks. Your opponent can't use any effects until after the battle, was it the battle phase or damage step? Yeah, after the damage step. So when it attacks, your opponent can't do anything. I know the attack isn't as high, isn't as good as before, but I like it for fun. It helps with the battle phase when you like to attack. It's a pretty nice art. XT monsters, I have Galaxy Eye Cypher for taking your opponent's stuff. Hope Harbinger Dragon, Titanic Galaxy. You can run other number cards like the Draglubian or whatever if you like. I just have a couple of these rank 8s for fun. And then I have Dingirsu. Dingirsu helps sometimes because it doesn't target, just sends a card from the field into the graveyard. So it's nice. Some of the side deck cards, I know you guys saw it at the back in the beginning of the deck profile. I know you really want to see it. So let's see. I have 3 Blue Eyes from the Star deck Kaiba. Usually I put these in double sleeve. I don't use these to play much because they're very iconic cards. I just like to keep them in sleeves. But sometimes I take them out and just play them for fun a little bit once in a while, so it's nice. I'll keep those there. And then I have Dragon Spirit White right there. Sometimes I put a second one in for fun for Magic and Trap removal. I have a White Stone of Ancients. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Yeah, sometimes I run 3 Ancients and then 1 White Stone of Legend. So this is my second White Stone of Legend. Sometimes I run 2 White Stone of Legends and again 2 White Stone of Ancients. I have a second Maiden of Eyes of Blue. I have Honest, a third Honest. Kaiba Man because freaking Kaiba Man. And then a second Dragon Shrine. Sometimes I might run another MST and Haxorus for a Bookkeeper. So again, that's a deck profile, Blue Eyes White Dragon. Hope you liked it, and take care.